Welcome back, guys. It's Friday today. I've got today, tomorrow, and Sunday to work on the coupe on and off. So hope you enjoyed the last video. The car definitely has definitely progressed a lot in the last few weeks. So yeah, really exciting now. I'm up to the assembly stage of it, really. A little bit of paint preparation, buffing, and that, but yeah, what's good about the assembly part, you're not so vulnerable to the weather. You can come out here on a rainy day, hot day's a bit harder, but when it's pissing down rain, you don't have to worry about it like you do when you're painting. So I've just went Auto Lac in Newcastle. They sell a lot of the paints and stuff for panel shops and stuff. So yeah, I bought some 2000 grit sandpaper and some more cutting compound. Continue on. So where I'm at now, I got a lot of me the panels for this car in my bedroom because there's nowhere else to store them. So I'm thinking I might start getting the panels out of the bedroom so I can have my room back, because it looks like a dump at the moment. Car stuff in there. So before I can do that, I have to start getting. I've got so to put the boot on, I have to do these arms, get them ready, and then I've got these rods. There's a loom. Got these rods to go back under the parcel shelf. So yeah, once I've got them sorted, then I can put the boot back on, and I've already pre-marked where the holes are, so I don't have to worry about moving the boot around or adjusting it. I know exactly how to put it. Then I'll pop the seal in. I won't put in permanently. I'll just put in for now. And yeah, the boot's on, and then I can progress to the doors. So I've already got these little witness holes. Hopefully they go well. The doors go on. There isn't too much dramas. But these striker jams here, whatever they're called, I had them. I had a bit of stuffing around to get them in the right spot where the door's happy. I had a bit of time in it, so I was going to drill holes for it and all that stuff. But I'll put the doors on. I'll do it all over again, but this time I'll leave them permanently. But before I can put the doors on, the doors need to be. I got pretty bad orange peel on the doors, because the doors were the very first panels I painted on this car. So. Orange peel, yeah, it sucks to look at. You can go, oh, shit, but you can cut it back. Yeah, I can do a bit with it. So that's why I got those 2000 grit discs for. I can cut it back, give it a buff polish, and then I can install the seals, the rubber seals. And then yeah, I can put the doors on. Then I can progress to the guards, put the guards on. I have to put those. There's like a little plate sort of thing that goes in here. Helps prevent crap and that getting inside this area. Got to put them on before I put the guards on. Then I can move on to the bonnet. Although once I fit the bonnet, it's going to sit there for now, but I'm not going to leave it on there all the time because it's too difficult. I can have the bonnet up and work in here and do stuff, but if I have to pull the motor in and out all the time, it's going to be a pain in the ass, so I'll have to put the bonnet somewhere. So, yeah. So I'll make a start now, start doing all these items. Start getting these ready. And yeah, all is good. Beautiful day perfect day for being on the tools. It's like 24 degrees. And I put this 12 slot of wheel there, the jack under it, to get a nice thumbnail photo for the video I've just release. So yeah, it looks freaking nice. I got this lockable fuel cap ages ago, and this ring, I think this ring needs to be replaced. It's a bit shabby, but yeah, so looking freaking amazing. I'm actually starting to think about going 12 slotters. I had a set for the Escort back in the day, but I never got around to fitting them up. I had a bit of rust on them, but yeah, I got this 12 slot of the car. But yeah, right, time to get into it. I was about to start getting these hinges ready. So So this hinge is off the driver's side, and there's a post. There's a post that sits here, and there's a spring that jams in here between there. So yeah, this goes up against that post, and that's how you get your door to stay open and where you want it. But yeah, that's snapped off. So what I've done, I just jumped on internet and I found a seller in Queensland that had a replacement hinge off it's off an XC. So yeah, I've got this, looking over it. Yep, it's great. I've just taken the spring off it, so I think I'll probably paint them black or something. Be nice to replace them, but yeah. So you got the springs off both of them, but I realised this one here, that it's got like a slipping thing that slips, which is a good thing. But I found the original one off this car, it's all locked up. So before I go ahead and paint these up and get them looking all pretty, I think it might be a good idea to get this map gas, put a bit of heat into it, and get some vice grips and start trying to loosen this up. So this thing doesn't ignite by itself anymore. My son used it to attack ants, and yeah, it's never been the same since. I just have to use a cigarette lighter to get it going. But yeah, if I can loosen that up, lubricate it, make sure it's good, and then I'll clean it up again because I'm going to have grease and shit all over it once I lube that up. Then I'll continue painting. Now this one is tight, so I can lube this up and make sure it moves freely. It's not seized up at all, because when they seize up, they actually that's when you start getting sloppy doors and stuff. I know with the Mark II Escort, this hinge is actually, it's part of the door, and you have to actually, you can actually take the doors off like you should and knock these pins out and replace them. But the Mark I Escorts, they're all in one. Like this is fixed to the car, that's fixed to the door, so you have to actually knock the pins out in the car. Shit of a job. But these are so much better. So yeah, get onto this now, get this sorted and progress. So put a little bit of heat into it. Now I'm able to get in there and see it's starting to move now. So I'll just keep manipulating it, and then I'll put a bit of I'll use a bit of like WD-40 inox, something like that, and then I'll once it's painted, then I can properly lube it up and keep it that way. And the door should be a little bit better then, move more freely. Run into a hurdle, shouldn't be surprised really. So this is the original passenger side hinge, and it's got that. That's horrible. That's shocking. I don't know how I overlooked that. So yeah, that needs to be replaced. Strobs, the one I got, is tight, but it's good. But yeah, being tight's not a good thing, because it means there's friction. It means there's going to be excessive wear quickly. And then I've got this one here. This is the original driver's side, which I was talking about before. It's got a broken post. But it's got, if you look at it from this point, it's got a slight bend in it, and I noticed, where is it? There's a hairline crack here, right there. If phone will focus. So yeah, that one's cactus. Cast iron shit to oil, I hate it. It's not necessary. Then I've got this other one I bought a door for this car off Facebook Marketplace for like 80 bucks. It's freaking unreal. And I've got this hinge whippet, and you see how this it's got damage to it. So yeah, that's excessive, that is. That's like hardcore rubbing and that thing not spinning, and just, yeah, so this hinge looks pretty good. So so I basically got two to play with. So this one obviously is a good hinge. This one's got slop in it. So this one's obviously better, but so where I'm at now, I think the right thing to do is to buy new hinge and pins off the internet. So just looking at the kits online, you get this replacement, you get a new roller pin, pivot pin thing there, you get new springs, Then they've got a proper brass bush that goes in here, and then they'd have the pin that goes. I think they either it's a pin that goes straight through, and this new pivot one's like you have to press it in. But I think I'll leave these. These are in good shape. I think so long as they're lubed up and that's spinning freely, it should be all good. Yeah, so just means unfortunately I can't put the doors on this weekend. It freaking sucks. I was really looking forward to it. But that's the way it is. So yeah, it's not going to be much for content if I just do a video on just buffing and polishing the doors. That's not really, to me, that's not high value content. It's worth uploading for you guys to see. So I might just make this part of doing these doors, just film little bits and pieces of it, and then share it with you guys. But yeah, I'm going to have to get on the internet right now. I tried ringing Rare Spares in Newcastle. They've got distributors all around everywhere, but this Rare Spares in Newcastle, you just ring them up and you say, look, I'm after this part. They go, yep, no worries. And they're actually I don't know, they're Auto Pro store, and they're a slash Repco. Sorry, Rare Spares. So there's a Repco next door. That's why I thought of it. So yeah, you just ring them up, order the part you want. But I just spoke to him. Then he goes, no, they've taken away all the Rare Spares distributors. They're not a distributor anymore. I'm like, oh shit. He said nearest one's Sydney. It's like 2 hours away. So I'm like, damn, that sucks. I was hoping I'd ring him up and he'd say, yeah, we'll have it in for you Monday morning. I'll go and pick it up. But just means that, yeah, just might take that bit longer. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to get the parts today. I'm not going to be able to do the hinges today. So I'll have to move on to doing the boot, get that sorted, and then buff the doors and probably progress to the guards. I wanted to buff the guards, then put them on the car rather than buffing the guards and put them away again. I don't know. They're only light. So yeah, see how it goes. Let's progress onwards. Just got these rods that go in the boot to help keep the boot up. My Mark II Escort's got exactly the same principle. You got adjustment. You can make them tighter or looser, as I'll show you later in the video. So what I've done, I've actually labelled these right hand and left hand. But yeah, I'm going to have to take those off so I can clean them up and give them a coat of paint. So yeah, this video should help me. So yeah. Got this door out of my bedroom. Looks pretty good. But yeah, it's pretty orange peely. You see it there. Shocking. Old school type paint job. Remember my mate had a Kermit Green Escort, got it from Sydney, and it had like an enamel paint job. It was like this, and it was just the way it is. We didn't even care about it. But these days, that's considered pretty bad. So that's what I'll do now. I've got the orbital sander ready. I've got this interface pad that I've been using. I've got that, and I've got these 2000 grit. Just I'll try them out. They're very smooth. Like the best part about it, you don't use something too coarse. That way, when I start polishing it, yeah, just bloody gets gloss real quickly. Less work. So I've got this is step 1, kind of compound. This step 2's finishing polish. So yeah, we'll give it a hit now and see how we'll go. Let's give it a very quick hit. And yeah, it is working. It's going to be a slow process, and you can't really do the edges. You leave them alone. Because yeah, it's so easily cut through. Even though it's 2000 grit, I'm not going to risk it. So I'll do that. I'll have to paint sections of the door again. Time wasted. I'm at the point where I've taken the heap off. You can see there's slight where the orange peels are completely gone. But do I want to push on? That's the thing now. Do I want to keep going with it and risk going too deep? So I probably won't, but I'll see how it looks, how it is now. So I've got this 3D buffing pad there. These ones are different to the ordinary ones that you see around. They've got like honeycomb sort of, got slots in them. It's very coarse. Really takes the meat off, but it's a total game changer compared to the other types that are out there. But yeah, so I'll have a go at this stuff now, and we'll see how it looks. If I'm not happy with it, I can just keep cutting it back. But yeah, it's a fair bit of time actually go into it. I could just go straight for 800, take a heap of meat off, then go back to the 2000. But then you run the risk. I mean, I could probably take it back to a point where it's sort of like that, where the orange peel's like probably 50% gone, and continue on with 2000. I don't know, but yeah, it's got to be super careful. There's so many edges on here I could hit, and yeah, wreck the door. Have to repaint it again. Wow, just wow, check this out. I can see the marks, I can see them, but you know what? Would you really care about it? I mean, it's going to be a car that's going to, I'm going to drive up the shop, so I'm going to drive around, I'm going to enjoy it. Just trying to angle where you can see it, but it's freaking amazing. That's just the 2 steps. So I've started with cutting compound, finish and polish. And I haven't even used these products yet. Like this stuff here, I got on YouTube and I'm on Google and stuff, and I'm researching good bang for buck waxes, and this stuff here. I know Turtle Wax in the past was shit of a stuff. You put it on there as a mongrel to get off, but they've really stepped it up now. This stuff here, I used it on the Escort, not this year's summer, that's last year's, and it freaking looked amazing. It looks so good. So I haven't even used this product yet. Like there's other stuff you can use, fillers and stuff that actually fill up any imperfections, so you can't really see them. But that there is hands down, that's really nice. So yeah, then now I know where I'm at, what I have to do. Can't really, obviously it looks good in camera, but looking at naked eye, it looks so nice. Really get a buzz out of doing this sort of thing. That's what it's all about. But this will come to show too, guys. This is not it's just the eBay China door skin. It's not the proper custom garage. It's custom garage. They're making the door skins. Southern Cross Customs, or what they're called, I think. Yeah, I'll probably get them mixed up, but yeah, this is a China door skin, so you're expecting it to have slight imperfections. I noticed on one of these edges here somewhere, there's a bit of a spot where I got a bit aggressive when I was putting skin on, and I didn't properly correct it. That's why I'm not too fussed about getting absolute perfection. Like it's still really good, but yeah, it's not like 100%, just me. So yeah, I'll keep cutting this door back and buffing again. I ended up using 800 grit. 2000 was just taking forever. So yeah, used 800 on the main flat areas. Did not use it down here. Used it a little bit along here, but I didn't take the chance of using 800 around these edges. It go through so quickly. Then yeah, just went over it in 2000 grit. Turned the speed down to about 3. Oh no, 2. Turn it right down and just give it a go. Wipe it over with a microfiber cloth. Just yeah, keep persisting, but the slight, you can still see little bits of orange peel in here and there, but especially around this door handle. But I really do not want a chance getting too aggressive and having to repair it. So yeah, now it's time to use this super cheap auto brushless motor buff and pad sander, whatever you call it. Really good, this. Nice big long cord on it too, so you have to worry about using an extension cord. So probably just go with, I start off with, there's 12. I usually start off with 6, and then as I get into it, I'll go to 12. It comes out pretty good. Righto, let's see how she comes, see how she turns out. A little rule that I learnt watching YouTube videos from American restorers, and they reckon when you come to sandpaper, you do not double it. So if you're going to go, if you're doing 200 grit, you're not going to go to 400. You're going to go to like a 220 or a 320 or something like that. So what I've done here, I've done 800 and then I've doubled it to 2000. You can do it, but it just creates yourself more work because it takes that little bit longer to get it right. So here's a perfect example. That's, oh, turn that around. Yeah, so there's 2000, then buffed it. There's 800, then 2000, but I haven't quite done it long enough, and you can't really tell until you start buffing it. See over here, I put a little bit more time into. I've done 800, then I went 2000, but I put more time into it, and yeah, so just comes to show. It's all trial and error. It's all about doing it efficiently and getting it done in a reasonable amount of time. This car has got massive panels, a lot of work. Turned out absolutely unreal. Really happy with the result. I didn't go to this much effort with the Escort. I did sort of on the roof, the bonnet, a little bit in the guards and that, but not to this level. There's a good thing that I put at the door. Good thing I didn't have the door in the car, and yeah, really, it just would have made the job heaps harder. But yeah, it's come out really good. I just got to be careful now. I've finished this door. There's going to be shit everywhere, all over the Falcon in the background. On this car, I'm going to have to put a bit of time into cleaning, because once this cutting compound goes off, it is like rock. I got it on the Escort and the cells and shit. I'd actually sand it off. I could not wash it off or anything. So yeah, here it is here. So in my experience, yes, you can get it really nice off the gun, but if you can sand it and then buff it with the right products, yeah, you get a really good result. Especially for someone who's working from their shed in the backyard, who's doing this in their spare time and hasn't got all the equipment like spray booths and stuff to do it. But look at that, that's absolutely amazing. So I think what I might do now, I like that palm tree reflection in the background. Heaps good. Yeah, so what I'll do now, I'll just, I'm not going to give it a wax or anything. Although I reckon this product I got here, I reckon it's got fillers and stuff in it. It says no fillers. Righto, there you go. Yeah. It says it hasn't got fillers, but I know. I'll show you some of the products I got. So when I talk about fillers, I talk about stuff like this. Auto glint products. So you put this on and it sort of fills up all the imperfections in the paint. Then I usually follow by this. It's not your ordinary wax, it's like a synthetic wax. It lasts heaps longer, but it hasn't got the gloss like these older style waxes. Yeah, so no fillers on it, and look at that, it looks freaking great. So what I'll do now, I reckon I'll move on to the other door. And I love to do the car itself. I mean, I've got another 2 days to really hook into it. I was thinking of doing the boot on the car. That way, you know, it's in a good position, it's above waist height, you know, it just makes sense. But in saying that, I'm going to have to be super careful because I'm going to get freaking shit everywhere. So I'm going to have to protect. So if I'm going to do the boot, I'm probably better off getting this plastic crap I got in here and lining the entire car and just focusing on one area at a time. Yeah, because this shit goes everywhere, and I know the Escort, I got crap all through it. The interior's shocking. That's another thing with that. I know I'm starting to waffle on a bit, I'll get off topic, but that Escort, it's been on the road now since, or it's been 5 years, and it has rust everywhere. When I went to Summernats this year, it pissed down rain, and then I parked the car in this basement where it was really hot and humid. Yeah, just rust coming up in the A-pillar on driver's side. I got a little bubble coming up around the wheel arch in the back. So yeah, it had a shitload of rust in it. Not as bad as this car, but someone went to town with it before I got it many years ago and fixed it. And I had to do my own repairs, obviously. But yeah, it just these old cars rust so bad. So yeah. So I've got this stuff ready now. It's all painted. I use this clear engine, enamel clear. Really good. Is that nice? But yeah, that's ready to go. So I can throw the boot back on the car. And yeah, just look at this door. I'm about to put it away. I figured I'll get it out here and look at the light and really examine the shapes, because I know these doors. I learnt when I was trying to restore the old ones, it was really hard to get the shape, and I'm really looking at where they've shaped it from wherever they made it, and it's like, yeah, I can't fault it. It looks so nice. Yeah, good time of the day to really look over this sort of thing too. So yeah, put this door away, and yeah, I'll get the other door out. Now I've got a cat friend. Just put the boot back on, and I dreaded the idea of taking these bars out, rods, whatever you call them, to keep the boot lid up. I know modern cars have got the hydraulic struts, which are a good thing. Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying. It would be nice to try those struts out and sort of hide them in the back there somehow and work something out, but they're at the lowest setting at the moment. You've got 3 different settings there, so yeah, what I've done, I scratched it up here a bit. It's freaking hard. Doing it by yourself, you really need that second person. These panels are so big, but that's easy. I'll just touch it up. But yeah, so I've got these little witness holes marked. But one thing I'd like to point out, just might save someone else a headache. So you look at this boot, I've got it on. Look at the gaps. They're great. They're even. Then you look across here. You really need a good gap here, because if you don't, it could scuff on this scuff here, so it's not good. But so that's all even, right? So you see that sometimes when you have these cars and rotisseries, and the car's sitting offside for a long period of time, the actual boot and same with the bonnet can curve to one side, and you get a really tight gap on one side. So it's pretty easy. You just matter of just open the boot up and just encouraging it, just pushing those arms just that little bit. And when you come back down again, I just had to do it with this. Look at that, great. So yeah, it's really good. So yeah, now I can just get that plastic, protect the whole car, and just have the boot exposed, and just sort of, I could probably tape it, move the plastic back, and just have masking tape along here, and that way I can yeah, start getting this boot ready. Yeah, it looks absolutely great with it. Boot back on again. Bloody early start today. You could say I shit the bed, or last night one of my cats did. Used one of its 9 lives. Went to go to bed, there's a big diarrhea shit on me doona. I'm not happy. So yeah, now make an early start today. It's going to be like 24 degrees. It's going to be perfect for being in the shed and getting stuff done. So I think I've got one of the doors finished. This one here is done. Keep looking at it. So I could go inside and get the other door now, but it's dark. I don't want to trip over anything. I'll wait till a little bit later on. Yeah, so I might just start. I could do this rear quarter, or I could just start. I think I might just start on this one. I've got plenty of light here and nice open area, good area to work. Get into it. Just gave that head of 2000 grit, and yeah, it's coming up really good. So these rear quarters and the roof have been float coated, so it's going to have like a smoother surface, so it's going to be a whole lot easier to yeah, to get it flat again. So that's a good thing. The roof might be challenging because it's a flat surface. Any fallout could have got on there and yeah, caused dilemmas for me, but looks pretty good at this point. See how I go. But actually last night I had a bit of time to kill, chilling out. And silly me, I actually thought about getting another coupe again. I was looking at them and they seem to have come down in price. I'm like, wow. So yeah, I'm just contemplating at the moment. It's just ideas. Everyone's telling me I've way too many cars, and I have got a lot of cars, but you know, this is my life. Do what I want. I don't buy brand new cars. I just buy old cars and drive them around and do them up and shit. But I'm thinking something long term. Do something up, enjoy it, flip it down the track. But yeah, definitely, I'd more than likely want to do an XA. I reckon XA coupe. Really like them. Always have. I love the XCs too, but I think the XA seem to be a little more common. But, yeah, just ideas at this stage, but I'd love to make like an XA GT. Oh, that'd be awesome. Replica. Alright, I'll get back into it. Yep, just gave it a hit with a buffer, just see where I'm at. And it's nothing like it was in the last video where I was doing here. There was sort of stuff in it, you can't see nothing now. So yeah, flow coating is definitely the way to go if you really have to do it. I think it was the acrylic coming through underneath. So yeah, just need more coats of clear, which is good now. Just finished doing a recorder. I deliberately didn't do in areas like here. They're already really good. Yeah, you've got to be super careful. Like, I could use one of these pads, but it's going to take me a while to buff it out. I need something really fine. But yeah, it's come out really good. Yeah, so I'm at the point now where I can just, I can buff it. The orange peel is not 100% gone. You can faintly see those marks. I'm not too worried about that. You see it over here. Oh, I'm trying to show you, but I can't. Camera won't pick it up. But yeah, that's minimal. Not worried about that. So I think I'll move on to the roof now. Tread the roof is so hard because it's obviously big and you can't put weight on it because there's not much support. There's not much support in these roofs. So yeah, I've just got to be super careful because yeah, I put so much time into that. But yeah, it's going to look amazing. But it's going to be a good day today. Love to get out and go cruising the Escort, but my son's sick again. He's got a bug or something. So yeah, homebody today. Just gave the roof a good hit. It's finished. Finished sanding anyway. So I started with 2000 and it's just dragging on. And I'm like, stuff it. Went straight for 800 again. Went right over it and did not do any of the corners. Suicided, bloody wrecked the roof. Go back to the primer. So yeah, done the 800, then went over it with 2000. I think the secret with the 2000 is you got to swap them out regularly. Probably only get 5 minutes out of a sheet when you're into it. So yeah, so I went over at 2000, used 4 discs on the roof. I'm not going to know how effective it was until I start buffing it, but I don't want to start buffing it just yet, because once I start buffing it, it's going to throw shit everywhere, so I'll leave it. So the rear quarter's done, the roof's done, now I'll go on to the other side. Just finished doing the driver's side rear quarter, just in the cutting compound. I haven't hit it with the finishing polish yet. And oh my god, it looks so freaking nice, man. You got to see this. It is really, really good. It's just, I'm just blown away. I remember the hours I spent trying to get this body line to where I liked it. I mean, end of the day, it's underneath, it's already there, the body line, but trying to get it even the whole way along. Because yeah, I had to put new arches in there, and obviously that was a headache. But the passenger side was the worst. It had a little side swipe damage, but yeah, those angles are fucking sweet. You can't really see it with the camera, but there are slight like little marks here and there, but I'm not too fussed about that. It's gonna get stone chips, that sort of shit. But yeah, I think I'll I found that when you put the cutting compound on the pad, I spray a bit of water on there too, because it dries out. The panel dries out too quick, and then you're having to stop and clean. It's a heaps better process. Just dampening just that little bit seems to work heaps better. So I've done this rear quarter. I'm finished with that with this step, and then I think I'll just go straight to the roof. I reckon. Straight to the roof, and yeah, when I'm finished doing the whole lot, then I'll go to the finishing polish and go over the whole lot again. Getting ahead of myself again. Finished buffing. Car's looking Mickey Mouse. Now I'm putting this rear honeycomb insert thing in. I found the best way of doing it, because it joins in the middle. There's 2 sections. is to like put it on the car, get it where you're happy, use a bit of duct tape to get it where you're happy, then it can roll it up like this. That way I can get it in the right spot. So I've got I went to Bunnings and I've seen this Gorilla double-sided tape. I was going to look for the Fram, but I've seen this and I know the duct tape I'm using is the Gorilla tape and it's bloody awesome. But yeah, you really have to get this right because it's really difficult to get off if you put it on wrong. So all I have to do now is peel this outer plastic layer off. It's freaking hard. Try and hold the phone at the same time. Get that off. Super keen to see what the car looks like. I've only had half the insert in. So now all I have to do is roll it over now. We'll have a look at it then. Yep, no dramas. It's in really well. I could have got the one that's got the holes at the back of it, but I didn't worry about it. Just use the double-sided tape. It'll stay on there. No need to drill holes, so I don't have to. So yeah. I'm absolutely stuffed. Bloody big day. So this is it. Looking absolutely Mickey Mouse. It's like a mirror. Let's see if I can jump up here. Oh. It's hard to tell. Need to get out. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Rear quarters. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at those fires. Oh, absolutely stoked. The boot's sitting a bit low because it hasn't got the boot seal in there. So yeah, the light's in. This thing here wouldn't go in properly. So you push one side down, the other side sat up. I thought the holes must be big enough. So I got the fire, looking at the holes. And then I realised it was bent, tried to straighten it, and the bloody thing snapped. It's shit anyway, it was all bloody bubbling up and that chrome's coming off. Yeah, it's looking absolutely amazing. When I'm ready, I'll start using the waxes and stuff. I don't really worry about that until the car's out in the weather and stuff and you want to protect it. But yeah, it's come out bloody awesome. So what I'll do now, just to finish the video off, hasn't been a lot of valuable content because I couldn't put the doors on. Yeah, it's really just the finishing off the paintwork side of things. So yeah, now I've got these little suckers here. They sit there like so. Something stopping it. Oh, it's the wrong side, idiot. That's what you do when you look for a camera, you're not looking properly. So yeah, it goes inside like that. Just like that. It's not sitting back far enough. Something's stopping it. I'll look into that. The other side goes on good. Could be so careful walking around this car now. I really need to get a cover for it. So yeah, there you have it there. This side's alright. So I told you this before, I was only going to get this section here and the strip gun over there, but then I looked at this part of it here and I thought, looks a bit funny how it looks like it's meant to have something to go in it, obviously, so I was thinking I might as well just buy the rest. So I'll get on eBay and there's a seller on there who's currently selling them at the moment and costs a massive discount at the moment, apparently. So yeah, I bought this is the part that goes over the door. I've got, see how one that goes over the door. I've got this section here. They're wrapped in that special. Oh, it's got to fall. Yeah, it's got to fall. Oh well. So this section here there's some mess. Yeah, it's the wrong side. See how it gets wider at the back. It's got that slot there. So yeah, it goes in like so. Don't know if it's meant to clip over or not, but maybe not. But yeah, got that there. It's a good thing really. The chrome stripper goes at the top of the door. I had a lot of problems getting the gaps right in the door, and I reckon the chrome stripper might be able to move it up and down a mil or so, and might just sort of help me encourage to get the gaps looking better, like the top anyway, where it sits. So it marries up properly with this edge. Yeah, so yeah, that's where I'm at. And just one more item I'll show you. I've got these tail lights, or the side lights I should say. Great Northern. So here's the tail lights, like the side lights. Yes, that's nice. Bit different to the originals. Originals is one piece. This is two sections. So what I might do, I might just take them out of the packaging, put them together, and we'll try them in the car. Don't they look good? You can tighten them up too. Like you tighten, it's got a nice rubber there, so you can tighten it up to get looking a bit more even. And yeah, heaps better than the originals. The screws there. It's got like a grommet. I'd say it's to block off one of these. So obviously one's blinker, the other one's, I guess it's, you mightn't have the reds going all the time maybe, I don't know. But yeah, either way. I'll look into that, but yeah, according to a photo I looked, the red's at the top, so yeah. I think the oh, it's so exciting, this part of the restorations assembly. All the hard work, all the metal work and stuff. All done. Another thing I like to point out too, people pay out super cheap auto saying they're crap. I know a lot of the products have got a shit, but it's the nature of the beast, you know. They're going to get cheap stuff and sell them, and a lot of this China stuff. But I had the manager of the super cheap auto store. He mixed me up burnt orange in the code Z, and I was it looked like it wasn't a match when I tested it beforehand, but then I used it when I was painting the car, and you can't tell the difference. It's matched up perfectly, and I got the same burnt orange Z code mixed up with auto lack. It came out bang on perfect. I quizzed him on it, and he said, yeah, it's not a problem, mate, as long as I've got the code, it's all good. So yeah, all three colours, super cheap auto lack, all come out the same as the original batch, so all good. So I think what it needs to do now, I've got the original bumper for the front and the back of this car. Look it on the internet, and the rear bumpers are easy to source everywhere, but the fronts aren't. In the past, when I was restoring Escorts, on the Escorts I got bumperettes on the front, and they're sought after now. But I've got original ones I got off a rally pack or a GS, whatever you call it, the Escorts, and I got them chromed, and yeah, they come out perfect. And into this day, when I take the paint off them, the bumperettes look absolutely mint. So I'm thinking, yeah, I'll buy a new rear bumper. I buy a new one, and the front, it's looking like I'll have to get it re-chromed. I actually spoke to a local chromer, and he said, yeah, it's actually cheaper just to buy the bumpers if you can get them. So probably get the front bumper, get it re-chromed, and the back ones, the back one's totally rooted. It's got rust holes in it. So yeah, it must be sitting out there, the elements of the weather for a while. And I need to get the lock. I looked on his rare spares, and yeah, you can get like I'll get the lock here, get locks for the doors, and I'll get the new ignition barrel lock, so that way I've got all the same keys, which would Should be great. Yeah. Then it's yeah, I'll have to those doors. I'll have to wait. I've bought the kits to recondition the lower hinge, because I think that's the weight bearing hinge, because yeah, all the weight must be pushing on it, and that's why it gets the most wear. But I've got to fix those hinges up, and then the doors can go on. Then I can move forward, move to the guards, put them on. But yeah, I'm not expecting it all go smoothly. It's going to be a bit of stuffing around to get it to all line up well. But so once the guards are on, then I can get this new bumper, and I'm going to have to manipulate the mounts. I was talking to How to Still about this, and he changed the ones on cars he's done to get the bumper to sit nice and snug, because they sit out really proud, sit out high. So should look good, should look very nice with a new bumper on it. And yeah, awesome. I think that just about wraps it up. It's Saturday today. I think I'll get out there tomorrow, and I've got the other door to buff, but I need to get a cover for that car now. I think there's rain coming. They forecast rain tomorrow, but yeah, I think I might just wrap it up for this video. Thanks for all the positive feedback too. I do read it. It's usually I just read through it, and yeah, I really appreciate it, because yeah, it's a lot of work restoring cars, and takes a lot of dedication. But hopefully, by me sharing what I do with this car, it inspires others to continue on with their projects. It's never easy, but you just got to keep chipping away at it, and eventually get to the point where I'm at now, assembly. This is where everyone wants to be. Putting the car back together and then driving it. Unreal. Righto, thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you later.